Feel the larger than large, warn them. All feel the Almighty, omnipotent, powerful, Emperor and Majesty. Every knee shall bow. He alone is the one and only. To him only I bow. Whether you have mansions, palace, villa, or none, somewhere, somehow, every knee shall bow. Sit back, wonder. Every knee shall bow. Killer, killer, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I call on him in this valley of dry bones. Through this veil of death, I don't fear no threat. For all who feel they are the cornerstone, arrogant and proud, head stuck in the clouds. I remember Nimrod in the Bible, the king who dared to challenge God, built his masterpiece, the Tower of Babel. Thought he built it well, still it collapsed and fell. Tell them, all who feel the Almighty, what conquering and powerful, who crowned this as majesty. Every knee shall bow, Yahweh, omnipotent, Lion of Judah. To him only I bow. So tell who in power, my people's mandate upon somewhere, somehow. Whether you are royal, king, queen, knight, upon somewhere, somehow, every knee shall bow. Every knee, oh, shall prostrate before the Lord. Every knee shall bow unto the Lord. Every knee shall bow unto the Lord. Killer, killer, ooh yeah. Killer, killer, ooh yeah.
Well, good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening to everyone locked on. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Those of you who are locked on to Facebook, those of you who are locked on to YouTube, good evening. Thank you for being a part of Constructive Talk today. Nearly didn't come on, you know. And nearly did not come on the live. Right? Those of you who are watching on Facebook, those of you watching on YouTube and nearly didn't come on, you know. YouTube people and nearly didn't come on the live, you know. You don't want to know why? YouTube people, my YouTubers, do you want to know why I nearly did not come on the live this evening?
Got through crime and all injustice. Song of inspiration. Bring hope to the lost and hopeless. Children of the ghetto. To be the voice and the voiceless. Today and tomorrow. To speak to the mighty. Those who wear the crown.
Miss Jones, I will tell you just now why.
Hear the ground.
Waiting to hear from other persons. If you all want to know why I nearly didn't come on the live this evening.
We need a song. Praying, Father.
Praying.
Give me a song. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha. You are my song. Jehovah Rapha. My rock, my song. for an eye. Man just giving in to his demon urges. Riddled bodies die while babies cry. We producing orphans in constant supply. Sale of human organs, organs shred and buy. In this age of robots, we done lost we soul. We stay afloat by remote control. Yeah, my father, I need a song to touch the conscience, to heal my nation, bring the balance, rape and violence.
Song of inspiration.
To be some food to the hungry,
Children of the ghetto.
to calm the mood of the angry,
Today and tomorrow.
to speak to the fallen,
Oh yeah.
lost and trampled down,
Oh yeah.
to force their mouths open and give each a tongue, to loosen every shackle, a beat to make feet dance, to give every form a slave a chance. I need a song of praying, Father. Papa, give me a song. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha.
You are my song.
I'm praying, Father. Papa,
Give me a song.
Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha. You are my song. 'Cause our day is coming soon when the tide led by the moon shall rush upon the sand, wash land away. When the lion and the lamb shall greet the great I am, prove man is nothing more than mud, than clay. Scientists claim days are getting warmer. The phenomenon known as climate change
All right, so I see you coming on to the live.
and nuclear trauma.
Let me say thank you all very much. Thanks very, very, very much for being on the live this evening. As I said to you just now, I nearly didn't come on the live, you know. I nearly didn't come on the live. I told you all something yesterday. Some of you didn't believe me. Some of you like you're not listening to me. I told you all something yesterday, you know. Yeah, I told you all something yesterday. I hope that you all really listened to what I said and really take into consideration what I told you guys. All right? I nearly didn't come on. Nearly did not come on the live because of some technical issues, you know what I mean? And the technical issues are becoming worse and worse. And the technical issues are becoming worse and worse. So I really need your assistance. I want to thank a lady that I spoke to today who genuinely spoke to me and shared with me, you know, that you know what I mean? That they have my back. And I really want to thank her a whole lot because, you know, she reached out and she made me believe that, hey, don't get up. We love the program. We endorse Constructive Talk. Constructive Talk is our program. Nobody can take this from us. You know, and whatever you need, how best we can help with others, we're going to make sure that Constructive Talk stay. You know what I mean? Stay. I like when people talk to me, so, you know, it make me feel good. So you're seeing I have an ad up on the my right, your left hand corner. It's an ad to help you to advertise on Constructive Talk. We want to thank our first sponsor ever. That is going to go down in history. The first sponsor for Constructive Talk was Yak and Friends. and they sponsor the first half an hour of every program until Saturday, well, until Thursday tomorrow. Now, tomorrow program is tentative because you know that the PNM is having a public meeting, and I don't want to compete with the People's National Movement, so I am really giving them that opportunity to do what they have to do. You know what I mean? To educate, inform, and be there for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So, yep. Tomorrow at 6:30, I believe, the People's National Movement is having a public meeting at Malabar Community Center. Yep, I believe it's at Malabar Community Center. I'm going to try to get the Member of Parliament on. All right. So, before we get into that, we have a ticket to give away today on Constructive Talk. We have a ticket to give away on Constructive Talk for Uhuru 7. That's happening this Saturday. Uhuru 7 is happening this Saturday at San Fernando City Hall. Yep, Uhuru 7 happening this Saturday at San Fernando City Hall. It's at 3 p.m. All right, it's a ticketed event. You cannot show up. You have to call. Yeah, you have to call to you have to call to get through on the. You have to call to get through. All right? You have to call to get through. To book your ticket. You can't just show up at the event. So I'm asking those of you who are interested, you can call the number that I've been giving out, which is, call that number now for your ticket, to reserve your ticket if you don't win one. It is 684-1792. That is the number you can call to book your ticket for Uhuru 7. It's happening this Saturday at City Hall. Alright? It's happening this Saturday at City Hall. So make sure and book your ticket. Make sure and call to get through. So we're going to give away a ticket now. Alright, we want to give away a ticket this evening. You want to give away a ticket this evening. So, what I want to do, I want to ask you to call in and win yourself a ticket this evening. All right? I want you to call in and win yourself a ticket. Call in and win yourself a ticket. Call in and win yourself a ticket. So, I'll ask you a simple question, and you would be able to answer the question because, why? We have been giving you all the information about the event. You realize I ain't putting up the ad again because some people feel they're smart now. You know? Some people think they are smart. So what they're doing, some people waiting for me to put up the ad. Right? Some people feel they're smart. But they're not playing the ad. I'm not playing the ad at all. Right? I'm not playing the ad at all. So you can call in now to win yourself a ticket. Right? You can call in now and win yourself a ticket. The number to call is 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. That is the number you can call now to win yourself a ticket to go to Uhuru 7 at San Fernando City Hall this Saturday at 3 p.m. So I'm looking out for your call now, you know. All right, we have to call in now to win yourself a ticket. And I look forward to hearing from you.
We must defeat this destructive mountain. We cannot wait for no Messiah. Like zero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. It casts the shadow, slashing victims to the marrow. Trinbago, the time is now. Look for the price we pay and don't sleep while some labor keep you caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new fruit for a broad trying to we must stop this world and we have to reap. Save all and Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Nation is the great. Bring down the power of love, I say. Bring down the power. The power of love, I say, is the greatest power. Stop hell and damnation. Bring down the power. Love to heal a nation is the greatest power. A wind of destruction is blowing over this land. And now the earth is a trembling with man's oppression of man. Now the time come to sit down and rediscover what's life. Show the world the true meaning of real love power, not strife. Bring down the power of love, I say. The power of love, I say, is the greatest power. Stop hell and damnation. Love to heal a nation. Put a hand on the fire and cleanse the wicked. Right now. All of them who does worship, greed and vanity must bow. Unity is the banner, so come together. I say, and this love is for freedom, it's growing stronger each day. Bring down the power of love, I say. The power of love, I say, is the greatest power. Stop hell and damnation. Love to heal a nation. So rejoice in a rhythm.
All right, so we're giving away 2 tickets tonight. All right, we're giving away 2 tickets tonight. So you can call and win yourself 2 tickets. Or you can call and win yourself 1 ticket. So we're giving away 2 tickets, sorry. So 1 person will win 1. So 2 persons could call. We're taking your calls on 464-7003, 464-7003, 7003. 464 7003. So give me a call now so that you can get yourself your tickets to go to Uhuru 7, which is happening in San Fernando this Saturday at 3 p.m. African music, African drumming, African clothes, African food. Hey, you ain't call yet to win yourself a ticket? Nah, man. Why you taking so long to win yourself a ticket? You should done call in already. You should have already done call in to win yourself a ticket.
Stop hell and damnation. Bring down the boat.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good evening, sir. You have to load on your TV. Load on your TV, please.
Yeah.
You have to load on the TV some more.
All right, there.
All right, I think we're good there now. Talk to me. Where you calling me from?
I call you from Labre.
Labre. What time is the event?
Which one? 6 o'clock.
No, you're wrong.
Wrong. No problem.
You don't want another chance?
5 o'clock.
You know what event you're calling in for?
It's not the event in the emancipation event.
Right, where it happening?
In the village in Queen's Park, Savannah.
No, sir. All right, let's give somebody else a chance.
All right, I'm wrong. Give somebody else a chance.
Yeah, man,
Next time.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going down. You've traveled far, you've been many things. You are still daughters of queens and kings.
All right, so what we're talking about is Uhuru 7. Uhuru 7 is happening this Saturday at City Hall, San Fernando at 3 p.m. City Hall, San Fernando, 3 p.m. Uhuru 7 is presented by Yak and Friends, and they are having a really great program for you. African drums, African singing, African food. People are going to be dressed in their African wear. Talk to me. So, one gentleman called in, they give the wrong everything. Sorry about that, sir. I couldn't give it to you. All right? I think he was listening to a wrong program. So, yeah, it's Uhuru 7 happening this Saturday at San Fernando City Hall at 3 p.m. African wear, African food, African music. Hey, it's about celebrating the African culture.
of torture, centuries of pain. Got you, black woman, tied up in chains. Break free, I say the time is now. Let your love be a people's vow of Africa, of Africa, of Africa, of Africa. Ooh, wow, wow. Ooh, wow, wow. Ooh, wow, wow.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Pastor.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. You calling to win yourself a ticket?
Well, I can try.
All right. So let me ask you. You have an idea of... All right. I could ask you an easy question, you know. I could ask you an easy question, eh?
Hello?
Yeah, I could ask you an easy question.
Very easy.
All right. What's the name of the group that's having the event?
Yak and Friend.
Beautiful. So you just won yourself a ticket.
Thank you.
So what you will do, just WhatsApp me your name.
Okay. So I won the ticket. I'm calling from the east, Maloney to be exact.
Right.
So I it's too far for me. This is the kind of program I love. I love African programs, but you can give it to anyone you want to give it to.
Okay. So the next caller, we can give it to them.
Yes.
All right. So whoever call in right after you, they get the ticket.
Make it your choice.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. And I don't ever miss your program.
I appreciate that a whole lot. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, Pastor Ruben. Yes,
right.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Hello, good afternoon, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, good evening, sir.
Yes.
So you called to win the ticket.
Well, the lady said the next caller, so that's my call.
Right, that's why you call. All right. So what you do, hook me up on a WhatsApp, say you won the ticket. And I'll put down your name. You put your name, send me a message on WhatsApp, and I will put your name, I'll put your name on the ticket for you to come to at the door and get your ticket. All right?
Yeah.
All right, so thank you very much.
Praise your brother and not pull him down. Ooh,
So we have one more ticket to give away. One more ticket, and then we get into the program this evening. One more ticket.
You've traveled far, you've been many things. You are still daughters of queens and kings. Your ancient glory, your regal grace. You, black woman, can save this race of
So you have one more ticket to give away.
Africa.
I have one more ticket to give away, and what I'll do is I will whoever call in now, you might just be lucky to win yourself the ticket. So whoever is the lucky caller to call now, you might just win yourself a ticket.
And you will see all you are that was not meant to be. Don't strive to be so like the enemy who raped the land. And
So I'm waiting for one lucky person to call in to win themselves a ticket to Uhuru 7 at City Hall, San Fernando.
all Africans.
You see how easy I'm making it for you? I'm just asking you to call in now, and you might just win yourself a ticket. You know, you ain't calling in. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
All right, where you calling me from?
Arima.
Arima? Arima?
Yes, Arima.
All right, so just send me a message on WhatsApp. Send me a message on WhatsApp letting me know that you're the person who called in and you won yourself a ticket, okay?
All right.
So send me your name.
Thanks a lot.
Just send me your name and information and I will put it on the ticket. So when you come in, we just have it by the door for you.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome,
Okay.
sir.
Let your love be a people's vow of Africa, of Africa, of Africa, of Africa.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, calling for the African show.
Oh, sorry, the last ticket just give away.
Okay.
All right, sorry about that.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. So if you want a ticket, you wasn't able to win the ticket, but if you want a ticket, you can purchase a ticket. Just call 684-1792. 684-1792 if you want to purchase a ticket for the event.
You better stay away, black woman. Remember you are still number one. You better stay away, black woman. Remember you are still number one. You better stay away, black woman. Remember you are still number one. You better stay away, black woman. Remember you are still number one. You better stay away, black woman. Remember you are still number one. You better stay away, black woman.
So let me thank Yak and Friends for sponsoring the first half an hour on Constructive Talk. And they were very, 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 very gracious to us, having the confidence to believe that advertising on this program will yield fruits. And it did yield some fruits for them. And we want to thank them again for advertising on Constructive Talk. So we want to thank you all, Yak and Friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am eternally grateful and thankful for you guys. We have another ad that I play coming to the end of the program. You know, a little way before the end of the program, somebody from Tobago And I want to thank them also in advance. So look out for that. So much is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. So much is happening. There's never a dull moment, you know. There is never a dull moment in this country called Trinidad and Tobago.
A leader, how to choose a leader. That's the most relevant question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this mixed up land that we call Trinbago, many times it does just boil down to race. They say that one side like African and the next prefer East Indian, but this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Hear why? Because a leader must help his country to rise. A good leader be able to motivate and then mobilize. A good leader, and a leader must be one whose vision is clear. Holding ethics and integrity, yeah. Oh yes, a leader should be humble and polite, not wrapped up in ego, arrogant, always picking fight. Not a tyrant or a dictator. That is not what this country needs. That will only make my nation bleed. His first goal should be service, not self-advancement or greed. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Good leaders are born, not made, setting standards is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader.
So here now, I know watching a press release here, or is this a press release? But I'm now seeing something outside here. What it is? Let me tell you what it is. The High Court has ordered the immediate release of a Sandy Grande attorney who was arrested on Sunday afternoon for illegally harboring a main suspect in the murder of 22-year-old Candace.
Not a gambler or a drinker. That is not what this nation needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed.
So you all heard that, right?
Not be coward or weak.
You all heard that, right? A High Court judge, the High Court has ordered the immediate release of a Sandy Grande attorney who was arrested on Sunday afternoon for allegedly harboring a main suspect in the murder of 22-year-old Candace. So the High Court said, release the man. Release the lawyer. Release him. Release the lawyer. Cool. I don't have a problem with that. Cool. You know, I'm playing this song in the background here. This song is talking about leadership. The song is talking about leadership. Let me say good evening to Pa Lloyd. Mr. Lloyd, good evening to you. Thank you for your love and support throughout the years. As a gentleman who I want to publicly say thank you to him and his wife, Miss Carleen and Mr. Lloyd. Faithful followers of Constructive Talk. They would have been listening to me since night, when I was in the night time on a radio station. Most of you know, most of you who are watching me right now, were watching me since I was on radio in the night. So even though I'm shouting out Pa Lloyd and Miss Carleen, I want to even shout out some of you who have been faithful followers, faithful listeners, faithful. I want to publicly thank you guys for being with me. So right, let me get into it. You all remember when the UNC came into office, and I want to put this in there, and I want you all to think. When the UNC came into office, the UNC said to get rid of the board, come off the board. If you're a board member, come off the board. Right? Come off the board. If you're a board member, come off the board. Leave now. You all remember that? Anybody remember that? If you remember that, just type yes in the chat now. Yes. Do you remember when the UNC came into office, they told all board members, come off immediately, they evict us. They tell us, come out. Are you aware that there are that people are being affected by this? Huh? Are you aware of that? Are you aware that persons are being affected by this? Huh? Remember Daily Knock and Tony Lee and all the others? But this is normal. Every government, when every time a government change, that's a lie. Eh? I mean, let's let all you know that's not true. Eh? You know that is a lie that media houses and persons in the media have been peddling. That is not true. What am I talking about? That when a government changes, immediately when a government is changed, a board is changed, or board members have to go. That is not true. That's not true. That's a lie. Yesterday I spoke to a young lady who was on a board, and I want to call the board name, and I'm going to call her name. But I know that what she's telling me is the gospel truth. I know that. She not caused a lie. And she told me that when the PNM came into office in 2015, they left a particular board in San Fernando. They left them there to buy out their time, to you know, if they had a 3 years or a 2 years, they left that board in place. That's how the PNM operates. And this lying wonder, these lying people who come and just spread that fake news, and people grab hold of it and they accept it as though it's true. It's true. It is not true. It is not true. It is not true. So, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she told me, she said, you know, X, Y, and Z, thing. And I listened to her, and I said to her, I said, well, girl, you know, I saw the cookie crumble, thing. Lo and behold, this evening, I listened to the news. Lo and behold, this evening, I'm listening to the news, and this is the first topic I want to deal with, because, you see, it have the gullible, the people who just want to be like, just hateful, disrespectful, sounds so like if they I don't even know how to put it. Words can't express the level of illiteracy and stupidity that comes across on social media and on mainstream media. Words cannot express. Right? So the UNC government came into office, and they got rid. They come on a press conference after the the cabinet meeting, and they say all board members must go. All. Cool, all gone. Well, you want to know what happened? You want to hear what happened in a certain ministry? You want to hear what happened? I'm going to play for you what happened. Take a listen to this.
All right, let's touch back on the Defense Force for a bit. The success.
All right, no, there's no I want to play. Come now, man. No, don't do me that. Just now. All right, just now. I'm going to get it for you. I heard on the news this evening where the hockey players did not get to go because why? You know why? Well, you know why? Because there wasn't any board in place. There was no board put in place. I wanted to play the story for you. I want to play this story for you. I want to find that story. I want to play that story for you. You who like to listen and who like to follow through with this nonsense. Level of nonsense. If somebody could find it was on CNC3 News just now. I'm not seeing it here. I don't know where it's gone. But if anybody could pull back CNC3 News for me and get the sports, it was the first item on the sports. Yeah. It was the first item on their sports where the Hockey Association is saying that they couldn't go to the hockey tournament. Why? Because, and they put in their request since in April, before the election, they put in their request. Right? And because, he said, because there was no board in place, they were not able to go to the tournament. But you know what? All boards must go. They must go now. If anybody could find that for me, I'd love for you all to send it for me. I'll play it. I will play it for Trinidad and Tobago to hear. I think I find it. Don't play with me, you know. Don't play with me now. Listen to this.
National athletes have seen their hard work and preparation go up in smoke. This after both the men's and women's hockey teams failed to gain vital government support to facilitate their appearances at the Pan American Hockey Cups. More in this story from Jovan Ravello. 36 of this country's national athletes have seen their hard work and preparation go up in smoke. This after both the men's and women's hockey teams failed to gain vital government support to facilitate their appearances at the Pan American Hockey Cups. More in this story from Jovan Ravello.
Trinidad and Tobago qualified for both the men's and women's Pan American Outdoor Hockey Cups against all odds, and without a turf at home on which to train for almost a decade. The men's team's qualification was confirmed in September 2024. The women qualified in January 2022 after a top 6 finish in the previous cup. Now, neither team will compete at the respective final tournaments. The men were scheduled to play their opening match against Chile in Montevideo, Uruguay tomorrow, while the women were meant to face the same country on Friday. But today, the Pan American Hockey Federation informed its member states from North, Central, South America, and the Caribbean that TNT's teams will not be involved. TNT Hockey Board President Willard Harris tells Guardian Media Sport the withdrawal comes after months of appeals for a clearer funding picture.
We put in our final estimate in April, right? And this is before the general elections, or just around that time. The government changed. The board sports wrote us acknowledging receipt, but they didn't have a board. But they were pursuing whatever they had to do to forward it to the relevant authorities.
Harris notes that the tournaments serve as the region's World Cup qualifier, but says rather than getting a shot at taking TNT hockey to the world stage again, the board is now faced with fines and penalties.
Well, first of all, a loss of any deposits that have been put towards the tournament will be fined by the Pan Am Hockey Federation under their withdrawals policy because they are deemed to be withdrawn. We will also face that any cost that the local organizing committee in Uruguay has incurred so far with regard to preparation for Trinidad and Tobago, like any other the other teams. That cost, once audited, would be subject to us paying that.
TNT's absence will also attract penalties from tournament media and broadcast partner ESPN, setting the local board further back. In recent times, Trinidad and Tobago's hockey teams have scraped into regional tournaments, arriving the day before and even on match days. Harris weighed the knock-on effects of this latest debacle.
I assume it will impact the psyche of the current players. It will impact our standing with the Pan Am, even maybe our participation internationally.
In a letter to the editor set to be published in tomorrow's Guardian, one parent says the blow has reverberated throughout the team's ranks. He says on top of equipment expenses and a 7-day training schedule, the players have made significant sacrifices and are collectively crestfallen. Repeated calls and messages to Minister of Sport Philip Watt's mobile phone for comment bore no fruit. Jovan Ravello, CNC3 Sport.
Well, you hear that? You all heard that? How you all feeling about that? I want to start the program with that. How are you all feeling after hearing that? Let's be real now. Let's not play games now. How are you all feeling after hearing that? Eh? Talk to me now. How you all feeling after hearing what you just heard there? Are you all comfortable with that? You all right with that? We can live with that? We cool with that? I don't know. I want to know from you all. Tell me how you all feel about this. They got rid of the board. The people submitted their information. And now they're waiting. They waited and they waited and they waited. And now what happened? What happened? They didn't get through. They didn't get through. Eh? I don't know how you all feeling about this, but I wonder how these young people feeling, boy. I wonder how these young people feeling. That's what I want to know. Some of you might think, well, you know, oh gosh, Pastor Google, is small thing. Really? You heard what the story said? The story said that they didn't have a proper hockey, they didn't have a proper hockey ground to play on. They didn't even have a proper hockey ground to play on. Oh man. Yeah. They did not even have a proper hockey ground to practice on. But they made it. They made it into the tournament. And after making it into the tournament, they decided, well, here what? You know what? Let us send in our requests. They sent in their request in April, May, June, July. And now to find out that they're not going to get anything, they're not going to get through. They're not going to get through. Only to find out now that they're not going to get through. Really? We comfortable with that? As a nation, we are happy with that? I just want to know, as a nation, are we comfortable and happy with that? I don't think so. I don't think we should be happy and comfortable with the fact that some young people qualified for a tournament, sent in their request since April. Government change. Government didn't put in a board. Well, what's doing? Well, what's busy doing so? Trying to come up with a name for Soca Warriors or? That's all what's trying to do. What's trying to come up with a name for Soca Warriors so he really don't have the time to put together a board? Really what? But you know what? I'm not hearing the big... Anyway. It's sad. That's what I would say. It is sad. It's a sad day when you revoke board appointments. You're not taking any time to replace boards, and people are facing the consequences of it now. You hear what I just said? It is sad. It is sad. It is very, very, very sad. Right? It is very, very, very sad. It's a sad day. It's a sad day in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? It is a sad day in Trinidad and Tobago. And for some of us, we just think, well, okay, let's move on past the Google. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Yes, there are several things I want to talk about. There's several things I want to point out to you. But that was one of the things I really wanted to point out to you because I had an issue with it. And I have an issue with it. I have a real issue with it. All right. What's the other thing I want to talk about? So I saw in the news where live sport is showing its ugly head again. Live sport. Live sport is showing its ugly head. Yep. Live sport is showing its ugly head. Don't tell me I didn't do that, you know. Yep, live sport is showing its ugly head. It is. What am I talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Live sport, boy. Live sport is showing and doing its ugly head once more in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know how many of you are aware what happened today. All right? Take a listen to this.
A High Court Court judge is tonight advising members of state boards that they're not to be the rubber stamps of the government that appointed them.
Justice Ricky Rahim gave the warning earlier today as he ruled in a breach of fiduciary duty case against the former board of the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago. That board had approved the now infamous $34 million contract for the controversial live sport program. Rahim said they failed to act in their duty to act in the company's best interest when they approved a contract with eBeam Interact in December 2012, based solely on instructions from the Ministry of Sport. He said they should have questioned eBeam Interact's ability to deliver. He also rejected their claim that they could not go against the ministry's wishes, saying that they had a duty to raise concerns, and doing so could have ensured both sides complied with the contract. Each director was ordered to pay $40,000 in damages. He said the real loser in the case was the citizens who would have benefited from live sport, which was intended to help youths in at-risk communities.
Responding to the judgment, former Minister of National Security under the People's Partnership, Gary Griffith, says it highlights the importance of putting the right people in positions.
Griffith exposed the live sports scandal while in government and says some of his own colleagues attacked him. He agrees that board members should be held accountable as well.
I think it's a very good move because you cannot be on a board and because you want to get on a board and get 5 figures a month or whatever to see right, I'm on a board. And then when things go wrong, you try to play shaggy and say it was you. Then with position must come responsibility. And with that responsibility, there are consequences if it is that you are not responsible. So whether if it is that you did not know what things were taking place without your knowledge, it means even so, you did not have systems to measure performance and to make those persons under your command accountable, which is the same thing I had to do in the police service.
Now, Griffith says live sport also played a big part in the deaths of dozens.
So, those of you on YouTube, I don't know if people on Facebook would have heard it. I don't know how many, if you heard it on Facebook, you could let me know. Just put some thumbs up if you heard it on Facebook. But if you didn't hear it, I'll play it again. Those of you on Facebook and on YouTube, what are your thoughts? Live sport has showing its ugly face, but before I take any calls, live sport is interesting, you know. Live sport is very interesting. If you didn't hear it on Facebook, let me know so that I can play it again. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, and those of you who are watching on YouTube and on Facebook. Alright? So live sport is sporting again. Live sport is sporting again. I'll play it one more time for those of you who didn't hear it on Facebook and those of you who missed it on YouTube. One more time. Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. And when you listen to this, you tell me what are your thoughts.
A High Court judge is tonight advising members of state boards that they're not to be the rubber stamps of the government that appointed them.
Justice Ricky Rahim gave the warning earlier today as he ruled in a breach of fiduciary duty case against the former board of the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago. That board had approved the now infamous $34 million contract for the controversial live sport program. Rahim said they failed to act in their duty to act in the company's best interest when they approved a contract with eBeam Interact in December 2012, based solely on instructions from the Ministry of Sport. He said they should have questioned eBeam Interact's ability to deliver. He also rejected their claim that they could not go against the ministry's wishes, saying that they had a duty to raise concerns, and doing so could have ensured both sides complied with the contract. Now, each director was ordered to pay $40,000 in damages. He said the real loser in the case was the citizens who would have benefited from live sport, which was intended to help youths in at-risk communities.
Responding to the judgment, former Minister of National Security under the People's Partnership, Gary Griffith, says it highlights the importance of putting the right people in positions.
Griffith exposed the live sports scandal while in government and says some of his own colleagues attacked him. He agrees that board members should be held accountable as well.
I think it's a very good move because you cannot be on a board and because you want to get on a board and get 5 figures a month or whatever to say, right, I'm on a board. And then when things go wrong, you try to play shaggy and say it wasn't you. With that position must come responsibility. And with that responsibility, there are consequences if it is that you are not responsible. So if it is that you did not know what things were taking place without your knowledge, it means even so, you did not have systems to measure performance and to make those persons under your command accountable, which is the same thing I had to do with the police service.
Now, Griffith says live sport also played a big part in the deaths of dozens.
You hear that? Live sport also played a part in the death, not some, but dozens of people. Well, yeah. Well, you're serious? But I found something and I said I want to play it for the listeners of Constructive Talk. When I saw it, I said, I want to play this for my listeners and them on Constructive Talk. You know why? Because somehow or the other, when the shoes is on the other foot, you see right now they calling down and they balling out, they calling out Faris. And they say Faris hiding and this one go get locked up and that one go get locked up and all of that. Okay, somebody tell me the volume was low. Is the volume low still? Or are you all hearing it properly? Let me know, please, if you're hearing it properly. Because someone is telling me that the volume is low. So let me know if you're hearing it properly, if the volume is still low. The volume was just low. All right. What I was going to do? Oh yeah, so I was going to play for you all something that I found to be very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. What is that? Can I play it for you guys? Yeah, I think I can. So I want to play for you guys something that I found very, very, very interesting. So they're calling out Faris, right? Calling out Faris. They say, Faris, where art thou? Where are you? I'm trying to find that video. I don't have that video here. I don't have the video. I thought I had the video here, but I really wanted to play that video for you guys. Where they call, they're calling out Faris, but I'll play that video next week. Because it's never a dull moment in this country. I'll play that video for you next week. I'll play that audio for you next week. So, the other story I wanted to hear your views on. So I'm playing what I want to hear your views on. I'm playing for you what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago so that you could tell me what is your thoughts on it. So I was listening to this story by, I think he's the Commissioner of Prisons. I want you to hear this guy, what he's saying about how he feels about what's going on in the prisons. I believe he's the prisons commissioner. All right? Listen to this. Listen to him.
In other news, the Prison Officers Association is expressing concern with government's decision to place high-risk prisoners at the army base at Tetron and Strawbells Bay in Chagaramas. In a release issued to the media, the association's president, Gerard Gordon, described the situation as a mismanaged operation. He says they were led to believe that police and regiment would be assuming responsibility for the remandees, but instead, he says, prison officers who were recently branded as corrupt by the Commissioner of Police are now tasked with this responsibility. Gordon adds that no clear operational procedures have been communicated to ensure order and safety, and there are no proper facilities for officers.
Prison officers down there. So they carry them down there, and only to realize that no provisions were made for the accommodation of the officers. Last night, after 10 of talking to an officer, they sleeping in an ambulance. Because what the area they tell them that accommodating them reported to me is in the same building that they hold in the individuals and the people who dealing directly with them have on mass, and there are no proper toilet facilities.
You all hear that? There are no proper toilet facilities. They're sleeping in an ambulance. Wow. Well, yeah. What a thing. What a thing, eh? What a thing. What a thing. So I'll take some calls. I'll take some calls on the two topics that I would have raised a while ago. The first topic I raised was on the hockey and the government not putting a board in place. So them not putting a board in place is affecting what's going on. Right? All right? So it's affecting what's going on. It's affecting no board appointments on the Ministry of Sport to the sport. the young people who were supposed to go to a hockey tournament couldn't go. The other thing is the prisoners. You heard live sport. What are your thoughts? Give me a call now. 464-7003. 464-7003. What is your thoughts? Give me an idea how you feel about what it is I just played. What is your thoughts about it? 464-7003. 464-7003. That's the number rolling to the bottom of your screen. So live sport is still showing its ugly head. Yep. Live sport is still showing its ugly head. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Pastor Google, with regards to the live sports issue, where the board will held accountable for the mismanagement, so to speak, of the contract. Kiting now to where, as you say, they are calling on Faris. The one Faris said, because they said he gave the board, he was in charge of the CPEP board, and he's responsible for all the fake contracts or whatever. Will they be calling for the head of Anel Roberts, who was the minister in charge of live sports?
Well, I find the video. So when I play the video, you will hear what Anil have to say.
Okay, then I'm waiting on that. And then again, with regards to this issue with the prisons, that is so unplanned, right? Because at least I was of the belief that when they moved them and they tied down to this secure environment, that it would have been police and soldiers who were responsible for them. So you to come and take prison officers now and put them there, the same thing you move them from, you put them back in the same environment. So they just this government is doing things Viking. Like they get up in the morning and they say, right, here go on. We're going to do this. And then in the evening they get a next VAP. They say, all right, we're going to do that. Pastor Google, we in a serious mess, eh? And we have to pay attention to it. Thank you very much.
And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, so that we would pay attention. As the caller said, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, you know. So that we as a nation will pay attention. Facebook, YouTube, all here. I don't know, you know. I don't know. I don't know.
Next minute, it goes through permanent sec.
In terms of the discrepancies, fraud, theft, breaches in the proceeds of all of this occurred under your watch.
Next minute, it goes through permanent sec.
In terms of the discrepancies.
All right, so I don't know if people on Facebook hearing it. I'm not sure if people on YouTube hearing it. So I stopped it just to confirm if you guys are hearing anything. All right, so the so just message me now. Put it up on YouTube if you're hearing. If you're not hearing, Facebook if you're hearing, let me know. If you're hearing it, good. If you're not hearing it at all, all right. I tell Olia, we need to fix this. We need to fix this. You know what I mean? I'm begging Olia, you know. We need to fix this. What's going on? Look what's going on. We need to fix this, Olia. Are we fixing this? Are we fixing this? All right, I have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Pastor World.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Pastor World, you know, let me tell you what's going on with that, right? And I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but they will appeal that, you know.
Who will appeal it?
Pastor World, like, you know, right, who in charge, you know.
No, but the persons, I believe that the persons who that was in that case, they're not in the ministry anymore, you know.
But Pastor Will, let me tell you something. It's still going on right now.
Yeah, but to be at least, you know what, caller, while I hear you, all right, I hear you saying, you know, they will appeal it. The very fact that we get a good judgment, you should be thankful for. The very fact that the judge or the case would have turned out the way it turned out, we waited on this matter for how much years? And the very fact that we get a good judgment call, I think we shouldn't be looking at if they appeal. But if the fact that the judge or the magistrate would have said what he said, I think we should at least say our justice system is at least give us a judgment that we could be. I'd say, yeah, boy. But when you come now and you telling me, I was like, you know, they're gonna appeal that case. So it's like, you know what? Don't be happy about the judgment. The judgment is a good judgment. It says that what we were saying about it all the years, we were not wrong.
Well, Pastor Will, they large in charge now.
Yeah, but no. All right, well, go ahead. Sorry.
Stand your ground. That's what they're studying right now. To pass a decision to stand your ground. That's what they're studying right now. Stand your ground.
All right, caller.
What firearms in the country? You have a good night.
All right, caller. I don't understand why we have to be like this, though. I'm being real, eh? I'm being real. I'm sorry, but I can't sit here and just agree with that. They have their standing ground. People voted for this, you know. I don't understand that. People voted for stand your ground. People voted for what you call it? to get firearm. That's what people vote for. People didn't vote for that. Or they tell me, maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed it. But in the video with Arnold Roberts here, Arnold Roberts is saying that the minister is not responsible. That's what he's saying. Let me see if I can play this thing, eh? I want to play this for a little here. So I want to play this for a little here. All right. So those of you who are listening on YouTube just now, see how I could do this. All right. Those of you on YouTube, all right, Facebook are starting it over. Wow, I don't know, I don't know. I'm trying to get it for if I can't get YouTube to hear it, then it doesn't make sense of playing it. I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I'll play it tomorrow, please God, because I'm not getting YouTube to hear it. But the reality of it is that Alan Roberts was saying in that video clip that he is not responsible. The minister is not ultimately responsible. But all of a sudden, no, Forrest is ultimately responsible. What's his name? Foster was ultimately responsible. And this one, hey, only I find the video, I find the video. I found the video. Yeah, I found the video. You know what video I'm talking about? Well, listen to this now. Listen to this.
And I'm going to tell you this. I'm saying this without fear of contradiction. This Kamala Prasad, this SSR government, going to jail people. There are people in this current PNM government that is going to hear the turning of a rusty key and a rusty lock in their future. There are financiers who are going to try to jump on a plane or in their multi-million-dollar boat and sail away. And I want to tell you, we will find you and we will bring you back to answer for your criminality, and you will bring this country's money back. I promise you that. And I want to tell you.
So they hear that? So the UNC government gonna lock up people, he say. Only I tell you, keep all your eyes on that commissioner of police, I tell you that, keep all your eyes on this commissioner of police, Only what that man just say? You hear the rant of this man? You all heard the rant of this man? Listen to the rant of the man now. Listen to the rant of the man again. Take a listen to the rant of this man. Take a listen to the rant of this man.
I want to tell you this. I'm saying this without fear of contradiction. This Kamala Prasad, this SSR government, going to jail people. There are people in this current PNM government that is going to hear the turning of a rusty key and a rusty lock in their...
Who it is he say going to lock up people? I thought the police does do that. I thought the police does take directives from the DPP. I thought the police does the investigation. And when the police finish with the investigation, they hand it to the DPP. The DPP then goes through the document and recognize if there are any questions to be answered or anybody to answer any questions before a court of law. And then, but all of a sudden now, a junior minister, a minister in the Ministry of Housing, threatening people that he government go lock up people. Wow. 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 Is that how it is go down? Only wait now. Don't play me for a fool now. Let me talk the thing now. Let me talk. Because sometimes we and all, some of us just believe the foolishness, Some of us and all just believe the tomfoolery, because some of us and all was vexed with Dr. Rowley and the PNM because they didn't lock up people now. You know that? You know there are some of us who want a wrong and who still vexed and who still saying that Dr. Rowley, they may lock up nobody. Many times I heard Dr. Rowley said on political platforms that the government can't lock up nobody. What the government could do is give the information to the police then do the investigations, and when the police listen, what the government could do is have a civil case. The civil matter that's happening with Dr. Munilal right now, government could do that. But the government can't lock up nobody. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
That fella only had talking. Remember, he was the same one talk about Kamlan and how they party and things like that. But he, well, you know, that is a normal rhetoric he is given from anybody who is, you know, about locking up people. You know the process. I want to talk about what is happening with the fellas, the $1 million we have from Ishan, the other fella, for the airport. Over how much? What, 20 years are going on?
Yep.
Yeah, so why you don't talk about that one?
Nah, they won't talk about that.
We have money. We give back money, so we had to push them to talk about it.
Nah, they won't talk about that. That's their finances. They were their finances. They won't talk about that. How they gonna talk about that?
Yeah, but we had to talk about it, and we had to continue to talk about it. I asked the question, and the people are asking that. The person are asking how we getting back the money from them, because we have the judgment. So we had to talk about that. That is serious business. All right, so you go pull that up. All right, General?
All right, General.
Take care.
Thank you. Yeah. Only talk to me now. Talk to me. Since when them locking up people? Since when them locking up people? I want to know. Somebody tell me now. Since when them locking up people? That is all I want to know. Since when them locking up people? Because apparently they doing the locking up now. He said the Kamala Prasad be Sasak. Listen.
I tell you this. I'm saying this without fear of contradiction. This Kamala Prasad be Sasak government going to jail people. There are people in this current PNM government that is going to hear the turning of a rusty key and a rusty lock in their future. There are financiers who are going to try to jump on a plane or in their multi-million-dollar boat drum and sail away. And I want to tell you, we will find you and we will bring you back to answer for your criminality, and you will bring this country's money back.
How it is we don't want SIS to bring back our money for the failed water treatment plant? How come? Oh dear, we really serious? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Call, you have to listen to me on your phone and not on your television set.
Hello?
Yes, you have to listen to me on your phone and not on the television. That's a delayed setting with you there.
Hello?
Hello, caller, you have to listen to me on your phone and not on the television. Caller? Hello? Alright, so caller, you have to call me back. You have to listen to me. When you call in, do not listen to me on your TV, yeah? Listen to me on your phone. Alright? Listen to me on your phone, not on the TV. So that's what he said. That's what he said, you know. But you know what's amazing about this? Is that here what he partnered to say about him.
Philip Alexander, as if you Google him, you will see There are allegations about Philip Alexander with regards to fraud and corruption with a fair that was supposed to come back in the late 90s, and people paid them money and they never got the World Trade Fair and they never got back the money. There are allegations about Philip Alexander, the Edge nightclub in Long Circular Mall, and his partners claim that he misappropriated funds from their partnership in the enterprise. Yeah, so don't use Philip Alexander. You have disappointed me. Philip Alexander, as if you Google him, you will see there are allegations about Philip Alexander with regards to fraud and corruption with a fair that was supposed to come back in the late 90s, and people paid them money and they never got the World Trade Fair and they never got back the money. There are allegations about Philip Alexander, the Edge nightclub in Long Circular Mall, and his...
Hey, oh Lord. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google.
Talk to me, mommy.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm going to, I good. Thank God for another day in the land of the living. I'm going to ask her something in this afternoon. I know you will never answer that.
Say that again?
You ever meet a woman yet? I say I'm going to ask her something in this afternoon, and I know you would not answer me. You ever beat any woman yet?
Never.
You know how to beat a woman?
No.
I wonder if our name is still beat a woman or his wife. I go and have a good night.
You know who you're talking about, but I'm glad for them. I'm glad for whoever is how he named. I'm glad for him. But here we're asking now. I'm asking for a friend. The question still remains. The question is still out there. And I would really like for you all to answer me. The government has locked up people. The government has locked up people, and somebody. The government has locked up people. I would love to know. The way how these people talking is apparently the government has locked up people. So I found a video clip I wanted to play for you. I want you to listen to Anil Roberts with Live Sport. Listen to him.
In terms of the discrepancies, fraud, theft, breaches in the proceeds of all of this occurred under your watch.
Yes, the proceed, okay, under my watch.
As minister. So
Yes.
that, we're clearing up everything that's in the public domain. So could you say to the public that you didn't know that a project that is worth over 130 million?
Let's go through one by one. First of all, the system is, as people know, a minister makes policy, goes to cabinet. I got the approval, came up with it.
Listen, oh gosh, earlier. Be educated this evening, eh? Be educated this evening. Please be educated this evening. I want to take your calls after. I want to get into this with Anil Roberts. I want to play what Anil says is the role of a minister. All right? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
We know that there is a separation between state, the judiciary, and the government. And that's why it is separated, because we know that the DPP is the person who is in charge of those cases. Government don't lock up nobody, and we know that even government can't charge anybody. I think the police, that is a rhetorical question over and over. So he just bumping the gum, you know, it's a big I about that fella. I about that fella. We have to kind of be respectful, but it is like sand in your shoe. That what that fella like, or stone in your mouth. Take care. Bye.
Thank you very much. All right, so I want you to listen to Anil Roberts explain the role and function of a minister. Kiera, Olia, please don't call. I want you to listen to Anil Roberts talk about the role and function of a minister. Are you ready to listen? Take a listen to this.
In terms of the discrepancies, fraud, theft, breaches in the proceeds of all of this occurred under your watch.
Yes, the proceed, okay, under my watch.
As minister. So we're clearing up everything that's in the public domain. So could you say to the public that you didn't know that a a project that is worth over
Okay, let's go
13
through
million.
Let's go through one by one. First of all, the system is, as people know, a minister makes policy, goes to cabinet. I got the approval, came up with the concept and so on. Once you get the approval and you get the confirmed cabinet minute, it goes to the permanent secretary, and then they put an implementation team in place to then carry out what the cabinet said. So they put an organizational structure, they advertise, they hire people. LiveSport had their main offices at Arthur Bolden, and they proceeded to do the program. Ministers get annual reports on the program. So the Auditor General do a report, it goes to the Permanent Secretary. When the Permanent Secretary responds, then the Minister could get a copy of the report and so on. Remember this program had been audited 3 times before. And 3 times before, theft of computers was not shown at any point in time, so the minister cannot know. Furthermore, if a minister micromanages and goes into procurement and to say who to hire, who to give contracts to, what price to pay, who to pay and when to pay, that is called interference. So people, you cannot have it both ways. You cannot say that a minister cannot actively be involved in management. If he is doing that, he's overstepping, he's micromanaging, and he's abusing his power. You cannot say that on one hand, and then when the people who are left to do their jobs do it wrongly, you want the minister to resign. Furthermore, in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, with all due respect to Dr. Rowley, is he stating that if there's a diesel racket and people are stealing diesel, that the Minister of Energy must resign? Or in the IPO, when the First Citizens Bank IPO went and some men in the bank did something wrong, the Minister of Finance should resign? It's a ridiculous argument. And let me just make it clear. I'm not one to stand, fight and sit down here for any need or thirst or lust for power. And for the fact of the matter is, absolutely nothing in the audit points to the minister involvement. That's what the Express is trying to do, the PNM Express that produces Clarence Rambarat and Selwyn Ryan and Suniti Marat.
Rambarat did say that the LiveSport program was the one that broke the camel's back.
You all heard that? You all heard what Anil said the role and function of a minister is? So how all of a sudden now? How all of a sudden now you're looking for Faris? Eh? How all of a sudden now you're looking for Faris? Well, you're confusing people. How all of a sudden now you're going to lock up this one and lock up that one? I don't know, I don't know. Well, you have to tell me. What are your thoughts? 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Again, if he was not responsible, why did his leader fire him? If he wasn't responsible, why should fire him? He didn't do nothing wrong. If he didn't do nothing wrong, why move here? That is one of the major questions we had to ask. If it's so idiotic and you didn't do nothing wrong, but you move him, so that means he did something. And then the other thing is, was planned. That remember that we went to court. You had a court case. All right, and then because of how it was spoken about in Parliament, it got what do you call it? What do you call it here? What do you call it? You're reading. You're a lawyer. Tell me what it's called. Prejudice.
Yes, you prejudice the case, the matter by reading out all the evidence in the Parliament.
Exactly.
The audit report. She read out the audit report.
Exactly. So we had it, and. Pastor, I must stop calling and listening because it's getting up like you see how you get all right, that's it. Take care.
All right. Thank you very much. Also, you don't understand why I just get upset. You don't understand. Well, you don't understand what has upset me. Yeah, it has upset you. If you don't get upset by these things, then something wrong, Something had to be wrong. So Arnold Roberts telling us that all he did was come with the policy. That's all he did. Came with the policies. And he is now touting and posting and moving around like normal. You know what I mean? He do nothing wrong. He do nothing wrong. He do nothing wrong. But the caller referred to when Ms. Bissessa would have read out like a raffle sheet. She would have read out like a raffle sheet the whole live sports saga. Yep, that's what she did. That's what she did. That's what she did. And if for those of you who now joining us on YouTube and you want to know what we're talking about, and on Facebook, we're talking about the breaking news or the news that happened today. Right? We're talking about the news that happened today about live sport. Yep.
Is tonight advising members of state boards that they're not to be the rubber stamps of the government that appointed them.
Justice Ricky Rahim gave the warning earlier today as he ruled in a breach of fiduciary duty case against the former board of the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago. That board had approved the now infamous $34 million contract for the controversial live sport program. Rahim said they failed to act in their duty to act in the company's best interest when they approved a contract with eBeam Interact in December 2012, based solely on instructions from the Ministry of Sport. He said they should have questioned eBeam Interact's ability to deliver. He also rejected their claim that they could not go against the ministry's wishes, saying that they had a duty to raise concerns, and doing so could have ensured both sides complied with the contract. Now, each director was ordered to pay $40,000 in damages. He said the real loser in the case was the citizens who would have benefited from live sport, which was intended to help youths in at-risk communities.
Responding to the judgment, former Minister of National Security under the People's Partnership, Gary Griffith, says it highlights the importance of putting the right people in positions.
Griffith exposed the live sport scandal while in government and says some of his own colleagues attacked him. He agrees that board members should be held accountable as well.
I think it's a very good move because you cannot be on a board and because you want to get on a board and get 5 figures a month or whatever to say, right, I'm on a board. And then when things go wrong, you try to play shaggy and say it wasn't you. With that position must come responsibility. And with that responsibility, there are consequences if it is that you are not responsible. So if it is that you did not know what things were taking place without your knowledge, it means even so, you did not have systems to measure performance and to make those persons under your command accountable, which is the same thing I had to do with the police service.
Now, Griffith says live sport also played a big part in the deaths of dozens.
That's what we're talking about. And we're taking your calls on 464-7003. 464-7003. What is your thoughts? What is your thoughts? Landmark judgment. We have been waiting on this since 2015? Eh? Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google.
Yep.
You bring back memories this evening. Pastor Google, you know I forget about live sports. You hear me, Pastor Google?
Loud and clear.
You remember Ruth? Why she had also run from Trinidad and Tobago? You know I'm speaking about, right, Pastor
Yeah, that's
Google?
the lady that Jack Warner had to send to America.
That was McGill. She had to run from Trinidad and Tobago, Pastor Google, because of
live
sport. No more. What's that?
Because of live sport. But Gary Griffith just said it. Gary Griffith said it.
She can't even come back to Trinidad up to now. Up to now, I'm telling you about. Because of who? Pastor Google, not me now. Pastor Google, we're not totally messy in Trinidad and Tobago right now. Pastor Google, I'm listening.
Thank you very much. So we're taking calls What are your thoughts? I played for you earlier on also where the Minister of Sports haven't put together a board. And because of that, young people are unable to travel. They're unable to travel. Now, let me not repeat myself, but I'm just saying to you what it is we're discussing. All right? What it is we're discussing. So, if you're now joining us, we're looking at live sport, the judgment that came down today. We're talking about, so we talk about live sport. We talk about the hockey team that is unable to travel because of no board in place for them to get the funds. We talk about the prison officers who have to sleep in an ambulance, no toilet, anything, no accommodation, no proper accommodation for them. They have to sleep in an ambulance in Tetron to secure the prisoners who they move. And also we're looking at live sport. There are other videos I wanted to play, but for time, I will, we deal with this for now. All right, for now, I'm just dealing with this because I want to hear your views. I find Olena calling in this evening, boy. It's already 4 minutes past. They were off 10 o'clock. Some of you complaining that I go too late. But I want to hear your views on this matter. So if you're now joining me, remember to put the thumbs up. If you're looking at me on your laptop or you're looking at me on your phone, press that thumbs up button for me on your YouTube link. Make sure and subscribe. All right? Make sure and subscribe. I want you to subscribe. So touch that thumbs up button for me. All right? Touch that thumbs up button for me. I really want you to touch it. All right? All of you who are looking, 753 of you on YouTube presently. I have to go into the system to see how many of you are on quietly. So those of you you're watching, I see somebody put some thumbs up there. I want you to touch the thumbs up on the YouTube page. Click that thumbs up button like you're going crazy for me. All right? Touch that thumbs up button. Come on, 747 of you. Touch that thumbs up button for me. All right? If you really appreciate Constructive Talk, touch that thumbs up button for me. Let me say good evening again to those of you on Facebook. Thank you all very much for joining me and being a part of Constructive Talk. Remember, tomorrow, we may not have a program tomorrow because why? We're not going to be competing with the PNM. I want all 753 of you to be on the PNM page for the live meeting that is going to be taking place in Malabar. Right? That is Mr. Dominic Romaine's constituency. The speakers will be Mr. Dominic Romaine, Mr. Colm Imbert, and Mr. Keith Scotland. And the featured speaker would be the political leader, opposition leader, Ms. Penelope Beckles. All right? So again, I'm asking you to touch that thumbs up for me. Touch that thumbs up for me. Let's carry it up. Let's carry it up. Let's see if we can make a 200 or 300 on that thumbs up this evening. All right? If we get the 748, that'll be real good. But let's go up. Let's go up. I'm not seeing it going up, man. I need to go up some more. All right? So those of you who are on the live, touch that thumbs up button for me. Touch that thumbs up button on the YouTube link. Let's make it a movie, man. Let's do this thing. Let's do it properly. Let's make sure that we are, showing YouTube that this is not a robot. This is real people that is watching a real program. All right? So again, what we're talking about is live sport. What we're talking about is live sport. You know what I mean? So those of you who are now joining me and you want to know what Pastor Google is discussing this evening, by what is he talking about? We're looking at the news and live sport. So here it is now. I think I have that video. So while I wait for your calls, I have a video I want to show this evening. Which video is that? I think I have this video on this one too. Let's see. I think so. Is it? Yes, I have it. I want you all to listen to this video, you know. Take a listen to this video, all yeah. Take a listen to this video.
Which is just a fridge to keep my things in. And they have been sending me back and forth doing meals tests every year, going over to the store, doing it over. I have the documents here. Every year they have been doing me that, and I'm not getting anything from them. Now, my officer there, who is Ms. Roberts, told me that with arthritis, something I'm suffering with, I cannot get a washing machine. I just have to keep the stove and the fridge, which they have me for the past 6 years. And if I can get a washing machine with the $6,000, go ahead and get it. The paper they give me here states here that you could get these items listed here. They say only 2 I could get, the fridge and the stove. Nevertheless, I've tried going to see Ms. Donna Cox on many occasions to no avail. Mr. Stewart Young took my daughter, took up pictures with her in school, she's the best child, all sort of thing. I just asked him for a simple recommendation, just to do a transfer for her, he refused.
Yeah, but Nigeria is connected home here on my TV and it's very low. I don't know if we all look like, I don't know. Because I could show you why it's not no one on my TV.
To get any sort of assistance concerning this social development thing. So if I can get Mr. Alexander there. Yes, see, my boy, Mr. Clever, I was saying that was my boy. I don't know how to do it, but that was my boy. So if you want to assist me in any way to get this social development people to help me, because a tree fell and mashed up part of my house, I was ill, I was not at home. After that, they vandalized my place and the little half-working fridge and stove I had gone. I have all the documents here. I'm begging. I have the letter from the ODP and everything. Social development not giving me anything. They keep sending me, I have all the paperwork they make me sign every year. I'm trying not to sign it. I have to do things. I'm begging. Right now, I'm able to fireside. That is what I have to cook on. They came and she wanted, I should have bring my camera and say, you want to embarrass me? I should have bring my camera to take out what you're cooking on. I should want to embarrass me, but I know everybody will see now, but that didn't happen. I want the little assistance, please. And they cut my titty card too.
I want every document that you say you have, so I can get it in the hands of the Honorable Minister with. She is the Minister of People and Social Development. I am your shadow MP, and I will make sure that we move together to get this problem solved, okay? So make sure today that either Imperial or Satish has the information.
I went to Mr. Leonard Goldwell, he was so nice.
He's a lovely guy.
Oh gosh, I had a Mr. was in the hospital, and they said they do hip surgery and thing on him because Mr. was living past no family of mine, and he needed a wheelchair. I didn't want to watch. I see this man come out that car look like he's somebody, and I say, I'm looking for a wheelchair. In the next 5 seconds, a wheelchair come outside for me. I said,
So and everybody know that they are not in a situation, but if you could give Satish all the copies of the documents that we can actually receive that. Great job, Satish.
Satish, I know, and I'm going to see Miss Moyet.
Well, if you want to go see Miss Moyet,
no, but if you fix it for me,
well, I would like to get your information.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for being so long.
Only heard that? You all heard that? Woo! Oh Lord, You all heard that, right? Alright, if you all heard that, I'm glad that you all heard that. Oh Lord, What I say, why? I'm not going to say anything, you know. I have another video to play. I'm not going to say anything. If I say anything, I'll get in problems. I'll get myself in problems. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to play another video. Now, I'm going to play this video. And I'll tell you in what context I'm playing this video in, eh? Alright. Hello, good evening.
Oh, yeah, so they want to talk here. I go talk here. The funny thing is about that, you know, the challenge is people come and they make record of who a minister and that. But it's public servants who deal with those paperwork, not ministers. And then I want to say somebody, when UNC win, everybody win. You observe that? Or everybody who lose, you observe? Everybody who lose getting big work and on board. This one here who talking, the idiotic who on your program, they're talking about the lady. You observe what's going on? He got big work. He lose his seat. Everybody who lose a seat. I know we normally talk, what was his name? Who was the minister of agriculture, but everybody. The small man don't win with UNCs. Everybody who lose on the UNC get big work. That's what UNC, that is what the yellow is the code mean. When all they come in yellow with us, you're going to give all you. The small man ain't getting nothing. 10,000 and gone. They have nothing to get. Only the big. That's what UNC win. You know, they're always deceptive. Remember when they do so? They're doing so again in a different format. Take that in your preference. Smoke it in your pipe. But, as I said, keep the fires burning, and we will keep them in check. All right?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. So we'll hear this now. I'm talking to you on YouTube and on Facebook. We're trying to put this puzzle together with Dr. Rowley and what went on with him in the airport in Antigua, Barbuda, right? We're trying to put this puzzle together. We're trying to put this puzzle together. What really went on with Dr. Rowley in Antigua, Barbuda? How we get on this watch list? What really going on? So today I go into my phone. Lo and behold, I punks up with this. Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Take a listen to this.
Now they're crying about sanctions and visa restrictions. Rowley and Stuart Young know the U.S. government is coming for them and for PNM affiliates. They know it. They know it. So as Anil told us, he now talking about if he don't ever go back to California. Where that coming from, Rowley? You know something we don't know? You know they're coming for you, so you cannot go back to California? So he pretends he don't want to go back, but this is man at every drop of a pin, jumping plane and going off to United States. Stuart Young went to Venezuela. Not once, not twice, 13 times. Stuart Young going, I tell you, the worst bend over in history. 13 times he went to Cauto, to Maduro in Venezuela. He and Rowley are the sole causes of any U.S. sanctions on Trinidad and Tobago. Get that right? They are the ones for any U.S. sanctions on our country. So, he boasted that he had two main priorities, Mr. Rowley. One, guess what? Health care.
Oh, they heard that? Oh, yeah. I don't know, you know. I don't know, boy. Some of you need to wake up. Some of you need to wake up. Some of you need to wake up. Not every skin teeth is green. Will you hear me? Not every skin teeth is green. You need to wake up. You need to wake up and see what's going on in this country. See what's happening in this country. I'm taking your calls on 464-7003. 464. I just put that out for you to think about it. 464-7003. 464-7003. Tell me, what are your thoughts? Tell me, what are your thoughts? Yep, tell me. We're seeing where ministers' wives are being placed on boards. Ministers' wives, you know. Not just one minister, you know. Somebody said to me today, and when she said it to me, I said, hey. She said, Google, those are the wives that we are aware of. What about the wives that we're not aware of? You all didn't hear the clip? You all didn't hear the clip with Miss Bisasa just now? On YouTube? That's interesting. People on YouTube, you all didn't hear the clip? Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, are you aware that the wife of one of the deceased divers are also on a board? Are you aware of that?
I know one of them is a counselor.
That is the very same person. She is now on a state board.
Which board is that?
I can't recall, but she's one of because and they even increased the board members from 6 to 13.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I will get the information and pass it on to you.
All right, that's interesting.
But she is one of the members of the board.
Okay, that's interesting.
And it continues.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. So, okay, so people on YouTube, why is people saying to me that people in the chat said they did not hear the clip? Which, did you all on Facebook hear the clip? People on Facebook, just give me a thumbs up if you all heard the clip with Miss Bisasa. Because people, I heard it. People on YouTube are saying that they heard it. I don't know. Somebody said, yes, we, yes, they, all right, so that was earlier on. All right, so I'm asking on people on Facebook, did you all hear the clip? All right, so people on YouTube saying that they hear the clip? I don't know. Hello, good evening.
Good night, Pastor.
Hi, good evening.
Good night to the callers and the viewers as well. Pastor, you could recall when Mr. Monilal, wrote to the U.S. government, U.S. ambassador, inviting the U.S. to have sanctions against TNT.
Well, he wrote to get sanctions against Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young.
Right. And he was accusing them of Rowley selling oil to Maduro.
Yeah.
You recall that?
Yeah.
Right. I listened to the clip just now you played it. Well, it sounded a little low, actually.
Which part you
listened to it on YouTube? It's a little low, but I listened to it intently. And I could recall, when I listened to Kamala, I thinking about, well, it's not today all you started this thing. is years now they're building up this kind of accusations against US to have sanctions against this man. So this was a well put thought together thing. This must be even well planned before elections. So these people are real devilish, boy. That is just my contribution to it. These people just real devilish.
Interesting.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Kuva. I think it's Kuva he calling from, or Claxton. Which part he calling from? Alright. Let me see. Somebody's saying here. Not one thing we heard. Okay. Too low. Somebody say, well, you all need to raise the volume on your device, eh? Because there are some people who I'm seeing saying yes, they heard it.
Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
Pastor Google, it says the flip the cupboard.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So you see, so you all are complaining that you're not hearing me. You're not hearing, sorry, the clip. That's because I told you all what I need. I told you all what I need. So that means that I have this, what? Clip heard, loud and clear. Somebody saying clip heard, loud and clear. I don't know. Then I don't know what to say. If some people say the clip was heard loud and clear, some people say it too low, they hear nothing. Then, but you're hearing me. And that's strange. That's very strange. It's very, very strange. All right. I'm taking your calls. I'm taking your calls on 464-7003. 464-7003. You could touch base with me. I don't know what to say. Somebody saying, and I see somebody say we did not hear the meeting with Philip. What meeting with Philip? Okay, so you want me to play over the clip with Philip Alexander. But that come through loud. I don't know how you all didn't hear that. That was peaking. All right, I'll play over the one with Philip for you.
I'm saying this without fear of contradiction. This Kamala Prasad, Mr. government, going to jail people. There are people in this current PNM government that is going to hear the turning of a rusty key and a rusty lock in their future. There are financiers who are going to try to jump on a plane or in their multi-million-dollar boat drum and sail away. And I want to...
Okay, somebody's calling in. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Guru, good night.
All right, good evening.
The clip where the woman was speaking.
Well, you might have, that clip is not a clip. It was somebody taping on their phone. So it's not going to be loud, you know. No, you can't say it in here anything. Because I listened to it on my TV just now. So I cannot agree with you saying that you didn't hear nothing. That is not true because I just listened.
The woman song very muzzled.
All right, okay then. Okay. The one with the lady. Okay, so I wouldn't play that again. All right, I wouldn't play that again. Clearly, I was trying to play one. The one with the lady, I was playing it. Somebody, if you were watching it, you would realize that it's somebody holding their phone. I was taping her. Talking. If you all say that you didn't hear it at all, then that's something I don't know why. Because I am watching my TV in front of me, and while I was playing it, I was hearing it very loud. So I don't know how people say that they didn't hear it. That just doesn't make... I don't know what to say about that one. I can't help you all with that one. Because I can play it back now for you to hear where I did record it for somebody who's saying that they're not hearing it to show that I was playing it. And my phone is on Smart View. So it's on Smart View, so that means that, you know, I don't know, some people saying that they're hearing it, and some people saying that they're not hearing it. That's confusing. Look, somebody's now typing there and saying they have to raise the volume on their device. Right? Somebody is saying that on YouTube. So I am confused how some people hearing it and some people not hearing it. It's just confusing, but I'm not going to play it again. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good night, Pastor Google.
Hi, good evening.
How's everything? Everything cool?
Holding on.
Hello? Yeah, you know, I would like you to come across to the UNC party because you'll have a better future and you have time. I don't know why to stay quiet. You see that quietness? I want you to respond. Don't stay quiet. Come across. We need you. We need your ambition. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. See that advice my friend gave me there? I don't know how long I could keep up with that now. See that advice she gave me about keep quiet? I don't know how long I could keep up with that. All right. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. We did not hear anything clearly. Okay. It was not sounding clear. But as I just told you all, if you all watch the video, you would realize that there was somebody holding a phone taping the lady talking. So if somebody's taping from a phone, is not and you know, so I will not play it again. All right. So that's really it. And as I said just now, there are some people who said that they heard it, and there are some people who said that they didn't hear it. All right. So I will not play it again. Cool. I just played it so that you all will hear how people are going to these UNC meetings and begging as though these ministers, I don't know, they are gods. But clearly I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't play those things. Anything that anybody tape at a phone, because some people hearing it, some people not hearing it. So I'm not going to go through that. All right. So it's a whole discussion on YouTube now. Oh Lord. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Pastor, I heard it loud and clear. I don't know what feeling here, and I heard it loud and clear. I don't know.
My mom listening, and my mom said that she heard it loud and clear. So I don't know.
I don't know what I want to do. I heard it loud and clear. Pastor, as I said last night, there is no scandal. There is no scandal. So if there is no scandal, you have to create one. That's it?
Yes.
Because the man left clean. Came in clean and left clean. There is no scandal. He had no account no way. He had no hidden account no way. He had no car no way. He had no house no way. He could declare his asset and they could check through and see what he done. He left clean. There is no scandal, so we expect them must do that. But then again, why you concerned about the former prime minister and we do that? You in charge now. Which are a smoke screen? Because we can see through the smoke screen, it can take the heat off sit up. That's what I do with this background with Dr. Ali. Ever, sir?
Take
the heat off there, so
I don't even know. I don't even know. Whatever heat they're trying to take off, it ain't working.
No, it backfire. It backfire.
You know when it backfire, and you know when I realized that this is a whole game and a whole, you know, I listen to a certain radio station news whole day to day, and not once they would have mentioned on their news where the Attorney General of Antigua and Barbuda would have said that the account that Dr. Rowley gave was facts.
No, how now? We expect people you expect that to come on mainstream media. Ever, sir?
Well, see that I felt as though he was the news anchor was talking, but he would have dealt with what, boy? Something he talked about or elder wife. When I heard him pontificating on elder's wife, I said, nah, boy, this man going and deal with this thing.
They what? They have a doctor's list. Don't play no pastor. They have a doctor's list. That's it. They can't talk at all. Don't play. You were in media. You might not have it, but you for fact they have a certain thing they can't talk about. They call it that name because you all know each and every one make these guys close doors. And like I said, before I go, we don't understand what the man going anywhere, living in normal life. Step out from politics, and I'm still right on the man for hate, but the man don't have to be going anyway. What happened all is, if you have full treasury, all the class down money, you have full treasury. 1, 2, the fund, the heritage fund. It is at the highest, and I know what people know. So you can't say it has no money. It have. He'll have full treasury, unlike all you, and the fund at the highest. Where inflation is right now, you understand? So they can't complain. They have nothing to complain about. So within a thing, within a thing.
All right, thank you very much.
Go on.
Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello? All right, caller, you need to call me back. All right, I saw 2 callers was trying to call in just now. You all can call back now. All right, the 2 callers who were trying to get in a while ago, you can call back. So to my hidden viewers, I'm seeing that I have 3,161 hidden viewers. You know, that's people who just watching the live from afar, who don't want to come up front. Yeah, they don't want to come front. They don't want to come up front. They don't want to be known. So that is the amount of persons who, you know, secretly watching the live. The persons currently watching the live on YouTube, only 712 of you, please tap on that thumbs up button. All you doing by that? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you today? Oh, this evening, I should say.
I am good, man.
Just not too long tuned in here. So I said, let me come here and see what your conversation is.
So I was discussing one. The UNC demanded that board members resign, and so done. Board members resigned, and the hockey fraternity, persons who are a part of the hockey fraternity, is now complaining that they were not able to acquire the funds to go to a hockey tournament because there was no board put in place to give them the funds to be able to go to the tournament. Right? Mm-hmm. We also talked about, and when they were trying to get out to Minister Watts, he wasn't answering his phone.
That's the Minister of Sports?
Yes.
Is it?
Minister Watts.
What? Well, I don't know that fella at all.
That's the minister. That's the guy who took over from Mr. Cummings. So he won the seat La Hoqueta Talparo.
Okay.
The other topic we were looking at is you were touching on live sport, the ruling that came down today.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, there's a ruling that happened today on live sport.
And what was the outcome? What was the ruling of that matter?
Well, the judge was saying that hey, well, you have to do better. I think he would have asked the board members to pay back the money.
The board members?
Yeah, because I think that's another aspect of the case. All right.
Okay. But one man died.
One man died.
The man who get it 36 or 32 million.
Yeah, but I think they were looking at I think they were talking about some other aspects of the case.
I wonder if it's dustbin divers.
I don't know about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know we call who had owned a company called Dustbin Divers?
Nah.
A group of fellow talk show hosts, something, you know.
Okay, well, I'm glad for them.
Yeah, so well, you make me now have to go back to look at the news.
Yeah.
Yes, to see, because...
No, it's not them, though. It's not them. But I know what you're talking about, but it's not them. Right? And then the other thing that we were looking at is the prison officers.
I heard them.
The Prison Officers Association is saying that only move the prisoners from the jail, put them down Tetron, have the prison officers sleeping in an ambulance, having no proper toilet facilities, and all these different things, which after you're done criminalize us and make us look as though we are the reason why the what is this happening?
Prisoners has to be moved.
So,
but I thought the association, since they should have been calling on the prison, the head of the prison officers, the head of the prisons to retire. That man should, as I told you 2 nights ago, that man by now should put in, because there is no way of sending the workers in a condition of that nature, Pastor Google.
Well, he did it. He did not know where he do it already. So
I realize now how to put it. Everybody is playing along the game to function along. Everybody is swinging the role along with the commissioner of police, along with the government. Everybody now is playing this tag along road that we're going along, that taking us, that crashing us down to the bottom, Pastor Google. Something has to be wrong with my society to realize that, hey, we're not going anywhere. When last we heard the Prime Minister, Pastor Google, on any one of those matters?
Well, she sent out she press release and stuff, you know.
She just sent out a press release.
Yeah, that's the Prime Minister.
But how come that could happen when they was telling us they want to have a crime talks? But the Prime Minister sent Stuart Young, the Rasta man, and we don't want to talk to them. We want to talk to the Prime Minister. So how now all of a sudden these people are not making any noise to talk to the Prime Minister, Pastor Google?
No, we don't want to talk to the Prime Minister.
Oh. You don't want to talk to the Prime Minister no more?
No, you don't want to
things are going good.
Yeah, things going the way we wanted to go. We don't want to talk to no Prime Minister.
The way we wanted to go, eh?
Yeah. Well, they just like too much of drama and old talk.
Yeah, so we mustn't talk about... Oh, you know what I heard today? I heard a man ask a question. Pratt & Morgan, are we not hanging anybody? The man said, well, Pratt & Morgan, you know what? Our society has become so... how to put it? So vindictive. And wants to prove a point. Till a man come up with a conversation, I wonder if there's another way of executing people. So that the government could... bypass the Pratt & Morgan. So the man said, well, the only law we have to execute people is hanging. He said, well, there's the firing squad, there's electrocution, there's lethal injection. So I'm asking myself, is our mentality so bad, our premise of Trinbagonians are so dread, or our hate for a certain section of society is so bad, that the only way now is to execute us, Pastor Google?
Well, there's another conversation for another time, and that I wasn't privy to the conversation, so I don't know where you're going.
No, well, I'm just drawing a point where it comes in to stand your ground.
Yeah, well, people voted for that. You can't stop that now. People vote for that. People wanted that. That's what they vote for.
The police isn't doing no work.
What's that?
The police is not to protect and serve anymore.
Well, the commissioner said that he agrees with stand your ground. You talking about if the commissioner of police said that he agrees with stand your ground? Will you come and tell me now about protect and serve? He said if that is to protect the citizens, he agrees with that.
That's to protect. So that's to protect the citizens. It seems as though the citizens are protecting themselves from themselves there now. So what am I paying you for, Pastor Google?
To give you the license.
Oh, thank you very much. Enjoy your night. Be safe.
Same to you. I tell you, people voted for that, you know. People voted for that. All of a sudden now we upset. And we wanted to think, no, people voted for that. That's what people voted for. They voted for standing ground. Hello, good evening.
Good night, Pastor. Good night. Again. I'm calling to make a contribution on the live sports issue there again. The testimony by Mr. Paddington, that is the former swimmer, right? Who was also on the border live sport, right? I recall in his testimony, because we're now talking at home here, and I recall in the testimony that he said that the program was totally under control by the Ministry of Sports. And he claimed, right, that the ministry was responsible for ensuring that the company you're talking about, EB, met its obligations before the contract was eventually terminated, right? So I wonder now if the person who was in charge of the Ministry of Sports at the time, I wonder if this case now going forward, because you have to remember too, 43 people was murdered under this program. 43 people was murdered under this program. So I hope something of more justice could emulate from this whole this judgment that came in today. I really hope something could come in, because I observe a lot of callers calling in and everybody recollecting something about the whole live sport, which is a good thing. We have the conversation going, but I just say, let me just share my contribution to again. And thanks once again for allowing me. Have a good night.
You're welcome. But that's live. I tell you, we will talk more about live sport, you know. We will talk more about live sport. Live sport ain't done there. Some more thing to talk. How it is, Anil? I want to know how Anil is saying nothing. He ain't do a double politics. He ain't do a what you call it? Coffee, doubles and coffee. He ain't do none of that. He just normally run out. If the judgment had gone another way, he would have been doubles and coffee in we face. Yes. If that judgment went another way, we would have get some doubles and coffee in we waist. Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. I'm talking the truth. So we're looking to close the program in a short bit. So I'm taking a few more calls and then we're going to close up the program. Reminding you tomorrow, please God, the PNM is having a meeting in Malabar. The speakers will be Mr. Dominic Romain, Mr. Imbert, and Mr. Scotland. The political leader, opposition leader will be there, Miss Penelope Beckles. What again I need to tell you? I still need your assistance in acquiring a laptop. Right? I still need your assistance in acquiring a laptop. So,
organized promotion presents We Outside Tobago Convo 3, October 24th to 27th, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Slip Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gulf City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Half payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th. All courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. We do not own the copyrights of the song playing in the background.
All right, so that is our second sponsor. I want to say thank you to them very, very much. And I just hope that this government get their act together very soon. Because you see those children who had to stay home because the minister didn't put a board in place, or the government didn't put a board in place. Let's try and avoid things like that happening now. Alright? Let us try and avoid things like that happening. To the prison officers, you'll have to speak up, stand up, speak up for your rights. You cannot allow people to treat you like that. So, to the prison officers, stand up. Talk out. Live sport, to the caller who called in and was very thing and saying, well, you know, they will appeal the case and whatever. I personally want to, you know, say thanks to the at least as telling somebody, oh God, it takes so long, but at least we get something. And it was positive. Right? What else we talk about? Well, I play Folia video with Miss Bissessa. Huh? I play a Folia video with Miss Bissessa. So we need some stuff for Constructive Talk. If things work out right, my next week things should be different. Should be able to be functioning properly. So let me say thank you to all of you who are joining me on the live, who have joined me this evening. I appreciate you guys a whole lot. All right, I appreciate you guys a whole lot. Please contact me on 464-7003, 464-7003 if you're interested in advertising. Also, the numbers are up there for you to advertise on Constructive Talk. All right, the numbers are there for you. If you need an ad, created, there is the number here for you to contact us. And we will create an ad for you. Right? We will do everything for you. If you want a video ad, whatever ad you want, you contact us and we will create that ad for you. All right? So thank you very, very much again for being with me on Constructive Talk. Those of you on YouTube, I know that you all are complaining that I go too late, but the plan was to go from 8 till 10. But when the callers calling in and we getting, you know, the vibes, we want to, you know, we continue with it. So again, thank you all very, very much for being a part of Constructive Talk today. And we touch base next week. Next week, please go ahead. So have a good one, everyone. Please contact me if you're interested in helping me. If you're interested in helping me, please contact me and I'll let you know how you can help. All right? Please contact me if you're interested in assisting in any way. So, talk to you guys next week. Following up, well, we're going to have some stuff to talk about after the meeting. So stay strong. All right? Stay strong.
Just the lights and custodians to guide and feed our children's